Hey guys, welcome back to Defeating Hair Loss. Tonight I'm here with Bobby D. Bobby, welcome back.
Thanks for having me, Steve.
You got it. Always a pleasure, tonight I wanted you here with me. The title of the video, or the subject of the video, is the placebo effect from Finasteride. Obviously this is never gonna go away, and we did a video that I'm not gonna force you to take Finasteride, but I thought you would share. We might have done this a few times, but just, when we talked originally about the medication and you were deciding on FUE, FUT, kind of talk a little bit about your fear of it, again, so we can bring it back to speed, because I want to make a comment about placebo myself that I went through over the weekend.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, for me, Finasteride, you look online and you always read the horror stories of, I guess, your sex drive going down or keeping an erection and so forth. And for me, I was like, oh, maybe I don't need to take this, and that was one of the reasons why I took, or had the FUT procedure, was because, if I want to stay on it for, forever and whatnot. And so, but, as of now, I never had any side effects, and I'm taking it every day. So
and we make sure we stay on point. So you're on it, you have no problems. We kind of talked about the fact that, if you do get on it, for those of you out there that are questioning it or considering it, that you would feel any side effects within the first few weeks because, for some reason you need your DHT instead of your testosterone for your sex drive. But the placebo part of it is interesting, because I know you had talked about some other things with me, and I was thinking about you, and that's why I wanted you to share, and that's cool, thank you. But you're a young guy, and sometimes I forget that, okay? And I'm not a know-it-all, but I'm like, oh man, like, not everybody's a superstar in the bedroom every night. Like, it's not from the medication. But we kind of went back and forth with that. But I wanted to share with you a real life example of placebo, which is like shocking to me, and just happened to me over the weekend. And it was ridiculous. So I was watching the news and all this stuff going on in the world, and I'm not too much of a TV guy. I'm really not, into like sitting there in front of the TV. So I guess someone else was, and I picked up a news story in Paris, France, and they were burning, or brought all their mattresses. I don't know if they're burning them, but they brought their mattresses outside into the street. It was like the St. Regis or something. It was crazy. So I was like, why are they bringing their mattresses out, And what ended up happening was they were talking about a bed bug infestation, which was chronic. Like, literally, bed bugs were rampant through the entire building. And I used to live on the beach in Fort Lauderdale in a building, and they used to get termites in there, and everybody had to leave. And then they put this huge, like a 17-story building, they put this huge like tent over it, and they just throw it with chemicals. I'm sure that wasn't really good for anybody, but that's the only way that they were going to be able to get rid of that infestation. So anyway, I go to LA and was seeing a doctor friend of mine, hair transplant doctor, and I was spending the weekend, and I was staying in Marriott. I've been in like a Bonvoy member for like 7 years now. And at the end of that newscast, they were showing you how to inspect the bed for bed bugs. So of course, 7 years, and I've never once looked at, under the sheets or under the mattress cover. And I'm going along doing what they say, and I see nothing. Of course, in your mind, you're like, there's a Marriott, I'm not gonna have any bed bugs here, right? So lo and behold, everything was fine, and everything looked fine to me. And I went to bed, and I woke up, and it was a king size bed, and right in the middle where I was sleeping, right underneath where my neck would be, was this little like spot. It looked like it was like a little bit of a laundry detergent. So it was kind of blue. And then what they were warning you about, which is just absolutely disgusting, is that these bed bugs, they kind of like bite you and suck your blood, and then they like excretiate their poop with your blood, and it's all these tracks of red, and it's just absolutely disgusting. So I'm looking at this little spot, and it's blue, so I'm like, okay, it's not that, right? And then I go to work or to the clinic that I was visiting, and I come back and stay the second night. And I'm one of these weirdos that has to kind of fix the bed back up for the housekeeping people, and just to be a neat person. And I flip over the pillow that I was sleeping on, and there's more of this like blue like detergent stains. But in my mind, it's just racing now. I'm on the hamster wheel, it's going. And I start itching, okay? And I start itching, and I swear to God that I'm itching like on the front of my body. And I like must have like itched something too much, and then I had a little bit of a sore, and it for like 6 days. I mean, when I came home, I wouldn't put my suitcase in the house. I don't want to, like bring any bed bugs into the house. And it was ridiculously uncomfortable. And that was because inside my head, I had that entire, news story about bed bugs. And luckily I was even able to sleep. But that's what can happen to you is when you're reading something online, and that's why I don't go online too much for some things. I go online for a lot of things. I love YouTube, obviously, but I don't go on there if I, have like a racing heart or if I think something's wrong, because you're going to see all those negative things. So back to the point, placebo can play a huge part. Now, keep this in mind. This is the bad news. Well, the good news is I don't have bed bugs.
That's a good thing.
The bad news is once placebo sets in, it's kind of hard to get out. So for those of you out there that might be going through this with finasteride, thinking that you were on it and you had a bad experience in the bedroom, not bed bugs, but erection experiences, you might want to ease your way back into it and try it a lot slower. Don't go on the internet. Let your body get accustomed to it, kind of like what you did, because it'll save your hair. So, hey, I hope this video made some sense. Thanks for watching. Bobby,
Thanks for having me.
don't forget to like and subscribe.